If you're not ready to be out here looking crazy sometimes, you're gonna have some very bad hair days, okay? In between retwists, your hair is not going to look fresh.
I want all three. Ooh, Ashley, hey, ooh, Ashley, hey.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Ashayshay back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley. As you can see by the title of the video today, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 reasons you're not ready to start your lock journey. There's a lot that goes into a lock journey that a lot of people don't think about before they lock their hair, and a lot of people end up combing out their locks. So before you start your locks, please watch this video to know if you are or you aren't ready to start your locks. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Ashley and I do post videos twice a week, so please subscribe down below to join the family because the content on my channel is immaculate and you will not be disappointed. So the first reason that you're not ready for your locks is that you continuously switch up your hair. One week you're doing a perm rod set, one week you're doing braids, the next week you're doing a wig, the next week you're blow drying your hair, the next week you're straightening your hair. If you cannot keep a style in your hair for a few months at a time, or you're changing your hair up every week, you are not ready for locks, okay? Locks are very versatile and there are so many things that you can do with them, but in the beginning stages, you are very limited to what you can do with your hair. So if you're still in that stage of your natural hair journey where you're just switching it up constantly, you're switching it up every week, you're switching it up every couple days, you are not ready for locks because you're not going to be able to do as much with your loose natural hair that you're able to do with locks. Now, don't get me wrong, there are multiple things that you can do with locks, but in the beginning stages of your lock journey, you really want to stay away from styling your hair because you want your hair to form a foundation. So you don't want to be dyeing your hair, doing too many styles, doing too many protective styles, because doing those things on locks can really damage the locking process. They can compact your locks, make them thinner. And honestly, when you're starting a lock journey, you want to do as little as possible, especially in the beginning stages, because your hair is not strong enough to withstand the amount of things you may be doing on your loose natural hair journey. The second reason you're not ready to start your lock journey is because you don't like that untamed look. Now, in between retwists, your hair is not going to look fresh, okay? My hair has been retwisted very recently. That is why my hair looks really good right now. But honestly, if you do decide to wash your hair without a retwist, or you go a little minute without a retwist, your hair is not gonna look fresh the entire time. There are gonna be days where your hair is sticking up every which way. There are gonna be days where you really hate your hair. Everybody who's on a natural hair journey period has those days, but I feel like you can manipulate your hair a little bit more when you're loose natural. When you're locked, all you can really do is put some water on it or cover it up and forget about it, because you're going to have those untamed hair days, and if you're not ready to have those all the time, then you're not ready to start a lock journey. Locks are not polished, they're not always uniform, they're not always kept up, they don't always look super polished and super neat. So if you're not ready to be out here looking crazy sometimes, you're not ready to start a lock journey, because let's be real, anybody who has locks, anybody who has decided to embark on this journey knows that you're gonna have some very bad hair days, okay? And I'm not even trying to scare you, I'm just coming from personal experience and from what I've seen on YouTube here myself. Locks are nothing to play with. They take a lot of patience, and if you're not ready to embark on that journey and to look crazy some days, you are not ready to start your lock journey. The third reason you're not ready to start your locks is because you have no patience. If you have no patience to see your hair develop over time, scratch that, get rid of it, get rid of the idea. You are not ready to start your lock journey. Especially if you're going to do traditional locks where you actually wait for them to lock up on their own. That takes a year plus, especially depending on your hair texture, for them to actually fully mature. So if you're not ready to spend over a year to see your hair fully transform into what it's actually supposed to look like, you are not ready for locks. Don't do it, don't even try it, don't even look around for a loctician, because you're not ready to start your lock journey if you're not going to be patient. Now, there are so many things that you can do to speed up that process. You can instant lock, you can do lock extensions, but your hair still has to lock. Your hair still has to become mature. Your hair still has to go through all those stages. You may not look as crazy as somebody who started the traditional way like me, but locks period, you're gonna have to go through a process that takes a lot of patience. So if you're not a patient person, do not start a lock journey. The fourth reason that you're not ready to start your lock journey is because you're not ready to let go of your damaged hair. Honestly, if you have damage, cut it off. Like, honestly, I don't know what you're holding on to it for. I know that we all want length, but health over length, okay? Health over length. If you get anything from this video, even if it's not to start your lock journey, health over length is really important. And if you have damaged hair, that hair is not gonna lock, or it's just gonna take significantly longer to lock. It's almost as if a person with straight hair went in to get comb coils and expected their hair to lock up that way. Eventually it probably would lock, but it would take years upon years upon years to even do anything. And honestly, anything that person did, their hair would unravel. Yes, you can instant lock your hair. Yes, there's so many different things you can do, but you want the foundation of your lock to be very strong, very healthy, and using damaged hair to start locks is not a good idea. Also, it's going to take a lot longer for those sections to lock, so if you're not ready to cut off your damaged ends, if you're not ready to cut off your damaged hair to start your lock journey, then you're just not ready for it. So the fifth and final reason you're not ready to start your lock journey is because you're not ready to deal with the negative stigma that comes with locks. I know over the years, locks have started to become very popular, but also they have a very negative stigma amongst them. I already know that sometimes people associate locks with being dirty, as if you're not supposed to wash them, or that people with locks are just unkept, or they're dirty, or they stink. And that's just not the deal, but some people do think that, and if you're not ready to deal with that negative stigma that comes with locks, you're not ready to get them. Also, I feel like in the Black community, people who are a little bit darker, I feel like they're just looked down upon. And honestly, if you're not ready to deal with that negative stigma, if you're not ready to deal with all the negativity that can come from having locks, you're not ready to start your lock journey. With all of that being said, if you feel like none of those things pertain to you, then you're probably ready to start your lock journey. I will link down below 5 reasons you are ready to start your locks if you want to watch that as well. If any of these things did apply to you, you're probably not ready to start your lock journey. And that doesn't say that in the future you won't be ready to start your lock journey, but if you did relate to some of these things in the video, you should probably hold off and start at a later time. Get all those styles that you want to get out of the way. Just love on your natural hair some more before you start your lock journey, because you're probably not ready to start your lock journey. Alright, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still watching right now, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're still watching, please comment down below a peace sign emoji just so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I will pop it up on the screen right here. You are a real one for watching all the way through. And before we end this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe down below to join the family. And without further ado, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Never gave you my number, did it.